Hey, what's up there, YouTube friends? It's Grumpy Gamer Dad here, and this is Making the Nightmare. In this episode, we are going to actually work on some small projects that don't really deserve their full episode. We're going to work on Lock, Shock, and Barrel, do a 2.0 build on them, just to improve a few things that I wasn't happy with. Also, I need some place to put all these dang pumpkins. I have this whole bin full of light up pumpkins. In the future video, I'm going to build Scarecrow Jack. Spoilers. And he's got a special place on my yard, but I need something around him because I don't want anybody coming and touching him. So I figure, well, I need a place for all these pumpkins, and I need some sort of retaining wall to keep people away from him. So why not kill two birds with one stone? Way back in the first season I did of Making the Nightmare, I had these two walls that were basically an entryway into the cemetery. I am going to cut these down into individual brick size, and then I'm going to lay some foam on top of that, and I'm going to put holes in for my pumpkins. So when I built these things a couple of years ago, I built them with PVC cores, you can see here, so that they'd be able to stand out in the yard. For the pumpkins, I need to bore out a hole so the PVC pipe will fit. That would be the spikes that come out of the little wall that we created. We just need to do the same thing on the top for the PVC spike to come out. Each of the pumpkins has a different light inside. You see, I have 8 total pumpkins. And I also have 2 Christmas light synchronizers. So they will be going off intermittently. So taking the leftover bricks from the wall that used to be the cemetery gate, I've attached pumpkin spikes to them and different colored pumpkin heads. I want to improve upon the hands of the Oogie Boogie minions, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I think only Shock has some decent hands. Barrels were pretty terrible, and so are Lock's. So I'm replacing Lock's skeletal hands with these. They're just plastic hands from a Halloween decoration. This is how his hands used to be. They were just some skeletal plastic, almost like gloves that I had taken off another Halloween decoration. And there we have them after. So I have these leftover Sally feet. This is just a piece of fabric, and then I stretched it over a PVC pipe. These will be the new feet for Lock. So basically, all of the models this year, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, get new feet and new hands. Now, Shock had some plastic doll hands that we had painted. Instead, we're giving her these. These are witch hand stakes. I'm going to tear the fingernails off and tear the wrist off from the base. Now, I've never been happy with Barrel's feet. These are his feet. You got this 1.25 inch styrofoam that we had cut out into the shape of his little monster feet. This year, I've got a different piece of foam here. It's tapered at the edge. I did spray paint it so it gives it a little bit of a texture feel, and I'm just going to cut that out. So you see the work in progress. New foot, a little bit thinner versus the old foot. So after I put the hands on Shock, actually I thought these would be better for Barrel. I'm going to keep her existing hands on, but I'm going to paint these to match the feet, and then we'll have some Barrel hands. So here we go. We've got Lock, Shock, and Barrel with their new hands. Instead of replacing the hands for Shock, we just added some lace around it to give it more of a dress look. And there's Barrel's little weird claw things. Alright, so you've made it through the end of the first official video of Making the Nightmare, and that is the Lock, Shock, and Barrel 3.0 plus the Holiday Pumpkin 3.0 video. To reward you for getting through that video, I'm going to open up another one of these Loungefly Nightmare Before Christmas exclusive puzzle pins. These are only available at Box Lunch. There's 8 pins in the series. I've already opened one at the end of episode 0, so if you missed that, you might want to go back just to see what I'm talking about. So for this episode, the mystery pin's going to be the mayor. At the end of each Making the Nightmare episode, I will open up one of these boxes. So you might want to stick around to the very end.